Everybody, I'm going to tell you what kind of weather you should expect for 2021. I know we're already almost a month into 2021, but I'm going to give you a month by month guide of what kind of weather you should expect for this year. So, as you can tell, we're having a pretty mild winter this winter. It's been cold, but it hasn't been terribly cold. It's been warm every now and then, with a little bit of snow. Hardly any snow, though, kind of like last winter. And I'm going to be getting into how I predict these things. So, I'm predicting that the rest of this winter is going to be pretty mild, temperatures above average. We're going to have like a mixture of warm and cold, so sometimes it'll be warm, sometimes it'll be cold. And I'm predicting that so the rest of January will be above average temperatures. And next month, I'm predicting the same thing. I'm predicting that next month we're going to have above average temperatures, going to be pretty mild. Maybe some cold temperatures in there too. And March, same thing. It's going to be above average, pretty mild. Not too much snow. And April, now we're getting into spring here. April, I'm predicting that it's going to cool off a little bit. It's going to be, well, I wouldn't say cool off. I would just say it's going to be kind of the same as winter. It's not going to be that warm. It's not going to be that warm of a spring. It's going to be kind of cooler this spring than other springs. And so it's going to be rainy, and it's going to be a little bit cooler than a typical spring. Moving on to May. The beginning of May, it's going to be cooler. And then once we get into like the end of May, then that's when things start getting hot. It's going to be hot come the end of May and June. It's going to be hot. And don't think the whole summer is going to be like this, because once we get to July, beginning of July, it's going to be pretty hot. And once we get later into the month, it's going to start to kind of cool down a little bit. I mean, we'll still have some hot temperatures. We'll still have some hot days in there, but it's not going to be that hot. Overall, it's not going to be that hot of a summer. It's going to be it's going to be more of a mild and rainy summer. We're going to have a lot of rain this summer. And it will not be as hot as it was last summer. Definitely not. Moving on to August. That mild trend goes into August. And rainy also. It's going to be mild. It's going to be rainy. Some hot days in there too. But like I said, not as hot as last summer. And once we get to the end of August, it'll start to cool down pretty quick. Mostly once we get into the beginning of September, it'll cool down pretty quick. And we might still have some hot days in there every now and then, but for the most part, it'll be pretty cool in September. Not your typical September, though. And October, it'll be pretty cool. It won't be that warm in October. Maybe a few warm days. Not like this past October, though, where we got almost 80 degrees a few days. yeah, this October will be pretty cool. And November, it'll start getting pretty cold quick. We might even see some snow in November this year. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty cold November. Now, moving on to December. It's gonna be cold and snowy. And it's not gonna be anything like this winter or the year before, like last winter. It's gonna be cold and snowy next winter. And yeah, that's what I'm predicting for 2021 and the beginning of 2022. And if you liked this video, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. Bye-bye, everybody.